for a while, Jim, the dinner party conversation was real estate. Now I think it's like oil. Like, why the heck is oil at $100 per gallon, per barrel? Sorry.
I think a lot of people are worried about a surgical strike against Iran. I think that's certainly a reasonable possibility. I always felt that we should go in against Iran, not Iraq. I mean, our president, he
off by one letter. Oops.
Yeah, but well, it's certainly clear. I mean, the New Yorker has a piece about it today. But the demand side is extraordinary here. And it's all gasoline. Ethanol turned out to really not work very well. We've been seeing those articles. There's a glut in ethanol because it's just not feasible. We know that coal has been just removed as a factor in our country because we don't have any standards, so the companies can't build new power plants. We don't know any CO2 standards. Natural gas, one of the reasons why natural gas is perennially now down, even when it should be building, is that we don't have any room, we have no building space for it, and it hasn't, ever since Katrina, it's been viewed as an unreliable product. Nuclear, we finally got the terrific guy, David Crane at NRG, saying he's going to build a couple plants. That looks like a 2015-16 event. Yeah. Oil is so good and so cheap at 100. It's cheap at 100. It's cheap at 100 versus all these other catastrophic solar, wind power, coal, ethanol. All of those are awful versus oil. So the reason why we can handle oil versus at 100 is still the cheapest fuel around. It's just a very mispriced fuel.
And is that why when you go to ExxonMobil or this Texaco, that oil is relatively cheap than it was maybe 6 months ago?
The refining margins have just been horrible. Periodically, refining margins go up and down. It's a commodity. But I want to emphasize that when you layer on Chinese demand, it's like a lot of the minerals. With Chinese demand, with terrorism, you clearly seem to get $100 oil. And that will translate to gasoline being $4.50, $5 rather shortly. We have no commitment to alternative energy in the country that is meaningful. So you should expect that $100 barrel is just going to happen.
All right, so we know that oil is going to be going towards 100, probably even more. Where should I be looking right now?
There's two stocks that we're planning on. ActionAlertsPlus.com's methodology. We think oil's going to 100. So you buy the company that is the greatest driller where it's hard to find oil. I mean, where the oil is in hard to get to places, but is plentiful, and that's RIG, Transocean. That deal with Global Santa Fe, when that closes, I think you could get 40 points. 40 points. And Conoco today downgraded to a sell. Clearly, that guy believes oil is going to 60. You don't take Conoco to a sell if oil goes to 100.
So look for the drillers.
Drillers are really right.
All right, thanks a lot, Jim Cramer on oil on Wall Street Confidential. Stay tuned for more.